Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Breath of Fire 2. I'm Nickname Master Darius. Last we left off, we went into the Sky Tower that's in the ocean, and then arrived in Farm Town, which is where Rand actually came from as a kid, I guess. Is he still a kid? I'm not even sure. Anyways, he put us to work. Well, his mother put us to work, and now we're going to go to Namanda, which is a cave. But before we do any of that, you'll notice that Spar is not exactly looking the most healthy. There's a good reason for that, because we want to teach him some spells. There we go. I think he was... Nope, that's the fish. So Spar, of all the characters, is the one that will not learn pretty much any of the spells that Boros has to offer. I like to teach magic to those with as little AP as possible. Are you a person with a little AP? Oh boy, that's right. This was funky. Because there is him yammering for a little bit. Where the hell is that little thing? One moment. Okay, time to see if this makes any sort of sense. So the dialogue will be, yes, I'm very impressed. It's completely empty. By the way, I like people with as little HP as possible. If I'm going to teach magic, I'd like to teach it to someone like that. You're a person with little HP? Yes. Oh, very good. You have no energy left. Shall I teach Spar the magic? So then you go, yes. I can teach Spar the freeze magic. Yes, that's the one spell that Spar already has. No. Like to teach magic to those with that little... Okay. And this is pretty much how it's going to go. You tell him yes, I'm very impressed, changes the color. By the way, I like people with as little HP as possible. I'm going to teach magic, like to teach it, blah blah blah. Yes, very good. He changes to green. Sure. I'm going to teach Spar the flame magic. It would be bad to have him have an additional... The purpose of this is that most of the spells, save for freeze, are going to hit everything. So I might... Yeah, do flame. Flame is a pretty good damage spell. Huzzah! Now there's two other spells that in particular Spar could learn. Let's see, Sten learns Flame and Missile. Mina learns them all. Cat learns none though. I have another plan for Cat though. Give me a moment. Actually, I think that's about it for now because I would be able to, let's see, a person with a little AP, yes. Because if we can get him to be all flashy with the rainbowy colors, we can have Spar learn Missile. Which wouldn't be too hard. Now, yep, there it is, Missile Magic. Teach Spar? Yes, why not? Now again, each of these spells can only be taught once. So you could dump them all onto one character, you can put them onto multiple characters, all that fun stuff. I'm gonna have Spar though reunite with the two shamans because I like that form. Yes. Let's see, what was it again? It was Sesso and Spoo? Yes, it was Sesso and Spoo. Da-da-da, woo! Awesome summoning powers unite! As far as I know, Sten has one that we can access now too. We're not gonna worry about it though. And of course, that does heal Spar. Good. Everyone's healed. Spar is a freaking deadly force to be reckoned with now, with one of, if not the most powerful goddamn spell in the game. We can proceed. We can continue. We can go on. We're going to use the spell of Warp to go back to Farmtown. Because now we have to go to Namanda. Which I believe should just be west. Yeah, that little place like right there. Yeah, I got a feeling that with Shamanized Spar, they're going to be in my party for a while. This is Namanda, a place dedicated to the god of the earth and crops. Namanda is the god of earth and crops, the agriculture god. Anything in here? Pullen. Ooh, there's supposed to be something here. I think we gotta do it in the next room. To pray for a good harvest? I see. Please proceed. You think it'd be easier for Spar? Talk to a god of the harvest? Oh. You seem to be having a problem, sir. It's also training to fight off monsters like this. Yeah. Oh, you're not having a problem. You're having fun? Teachings of Saint Eva are not wrong, but they should have training. We ring this bell when it is time for prayer. Oh, it's almost time. Okay. You, That's some intense training right there. I can see why Rand is as hardy as he is. If that, ooh. Okay, this is it. Would you like to donate 100 coins? So this is important because later on in the game, if you don't donate a certain amount, you won't get one of the other shaman. 2, 3, 4, 5, at least according to this guide. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 is the amount. Okay, so this one, because now we gotta pray? I think I gotta go back to Farmtown? Well, no, now it's talking about just going to Gunts. Which we've been to Gunts, so that's kind of a whatever. It's quite literally all we needed to do is just donate, I guess. And go back to Gunts. I don't know. Because we've already... could have sworn we've already kitted out Rand. Or not. 34. Yeah, let's give him this one. We don't want to sell the other one. We want to just buy the blended. I really need to do a little bit of grinding for the money. Been a while since I saved. I'd rather not lose all this progress. House and town, so we're back. God damn it, 1 second. Okay, so it's telling me to come to Guns so that I can talk to some optional people and to go to an optional place where it would be really good for the grinding for experience points and possibly money. But I think we are relatively solid. Relatively solid. Oh, we're gonna go back to Farmtown because we need to. Nope. Gonna be outside to go back to Farmtown. Ah! In this episode, we learned that Dar just does not learn to actually read the walkthroughs. Continues to not just actually read the walkthroughs anyways. Oh yeah, we had to go there, donate, go to Namanda, donate a little bit. Didn't need to donate 2,000. Now, gotta go back up to talk to Mama. Oh, that's not Mom. Daisy agreed to allow us to build a church here. Also, I have a message for Daisy's son. Yo. Ah, Ren, this is a letter from Daisy. I am having the Eva church built here. I am going to the Grand Church. May the light of Saint Eva be with you. There's no doubt Daisy's handwriting. What? Messenger. Daisy understands now how wonderful the Eva church is, and that's why we are building the church here. No way. There's no way that my mother would believe in a religion like yours. What have you done to her? Please stop accusing us. Daisy became a believer of Saint Eva, that is all. Or do you have proof that we did something? You. And now, Rand's gonna beat up a paladin. I like Rand. Nice shield you have there. It's a shame that I punch like a goddamn boulder. Jesus, Rand. Defense up X. You know there's only the one of you. Punch. There we go. Good XP. Oh, Father Ray. These people are being difficult. What? You're the ones talking over someone else's land. Taking over someone else's land. I have been told that Daisy donated this land after identifying with the teachings of Saint Eva. That's right, and this man is mistaken. Mistaken? You have a long nerve. Stop it. I have a responsibility to protect the believers of our church. If you continue to act this way, you will have to deal with me. Interesting. You're just another servant to a dumb god. Saint Eva is not a dumb god. Someday you will also understand. Well, I don't understand. I don't want to understand. Now get off my mother's land. I don't intend to continue with this misunderstanding. However, someday we will understand each other. We didn't. Something doesn't seem right. You guys know my mother isn't the type of person to change her mind just like that, right? You think Eva Church people took her by force? I'm starting to think so. You agree? We gotta check them out, and their headquarters, and about St. Eva's church. I I think Sineva's church is the problem. Churches in the other towns are being deceived. Don't you think so? But I haven't thought about how to get there. Now, what can we do? If we could fly, it would be easy. If we could fly, it would be easy. But that, you know, probably not where we have to go. I think we have to go back to Namunda. Bum 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 bum. Oh boy. Ooh, music change. It's like we're suddenly starting to make realizations about the St. Eva Church possibly being evil. Not saying, just saying. Okay, so this is gonna be funky AF. Okay. One moment. Okay, so this is optional, quote unquote? I don't know. What shall I do? It's time for a prayer, but my buddy isn't here. Would you take my buddy's place and ring the bell? This is the way it is done. Please. So, apparently there's some interesting stuff here. This was retranslated, by the way, for the GBA to be correct. But on the SNES, it had told you the red and yellow buttons. Which, if you remember how the Super Nintendo controller looked, it was dark purple and light purple buttons. It did not have yellow and red. That is because they had still used the translation from the Super Famicom version of red and yellow being A and B, which is pretty damn funny if you ask me. Okay. You can try, this is weird. So, it's a beat of 4, and it's, oh god, I'm gonna hate this. Here we go. I'm not good at this in the slightest. It didn't work, did it? So apparently, I guess you have to do that exactly right. Or can I come in? What shall I do? It's time for the prayer, but my buddy isn't here. Ring the bell. Okay, that's deceptive. So his notes are the dashes. Our notes are the ting. And it's different, but oh, that's screwy. I'm not going to get that off correctly in the slightest, and I'm going to avoid it. But anyways, the spell that you get is called Boombada, which knocks half of the monster's HP off of them when successful, which is neat. Mind you, that also doesn't affect some monsters. It works kind of like the death spell in that regard. Anyways, so now we apparently need to go back to hometown? That's the time warp. We need... wait, hometown or township? Township. Because I think I got everyone that I wanted. Or can get anyways. Because here's Dane. Leave. This one's still empty. And then there's Boros. Welcome to the armory. Yep, that guy's flame weapons. McLean, which tells me where the hell I can fish a secret spot. Funny enough, B button does not automatically cancel here. And Beretta, which is sadly never going to provide the best weapons that she can for the game. Unless I can find a cheat for that, in which case I will find a cheat for that. Okay, so House 5. Give me a moment. So, this is where things are a little bit funky. There's 4 recruits that you can get. L, who is located in Tunland, guarding the castle's treasury. Doesn't do anything in particular. Apparently, if you talk to them as Stin, there's hints that L is actually Princess Elfron from Highfort, which is neat. You got Martin, who will rip you off of your money. Then there's the 2 people that one, the guide I'm looking through says is the most useful, and the other one that I think would be relatively more useful. There's Hans, who we can recruit back in hometown, who will give us, well, not give us, but will open up a shop for charms, iron bands or something. Bunch of stuff to up our stacks and shite, which is neat. But I'm kind of interested in Yozo, who is recruited in Windia, but only after the current things we're doing right now. He will permanently increase a single character's maximum AP by 16 points, but only if you talk to him to get over his shyness by speaking to him a grand total of 57 times. Wolf. I'm kind of leaning towards Yozo myself, simply because I kind of want to give that 16 MP over to Cat so that she can just casually cast those spells that she otherwise cannot cast. But I digress. So we don't necessarily need to be here, but I do need to... Where is it? This well. This is important. This looks distinctly familiar, doesn't it? Like something at that Highfort place. Anyway, so now we gotta go back to Guns. Now we gotta go back to Guns, and I gotta remember I can only use teleportation outside. Teleport to Guns. Why the Guns? Because you see that big old tree? Or if you will, there's a girl called Ichichi who researches all types of machinery at Guns, which is close by. Is it strange for a Y-Street to talk like this? Yes. I won't lie, I kind of prefer the tree from Breath of Fire 3, which is far more mystical, far more mysterious, simply because only one person can possibly talk to them. And yet, we don't understand that one person that can talk to them. Let's see, down here. There you are. Oh, customer. I'm the engineer, Ichichi. May I help you with something? Yes? Well, it's not that I was hiding. I had a lot to think about. Like, can I make a machine that flies in the air? And I was carrying on again. I'm sorry, what did you need again? Right. Instance researches all sorts of things. If you save bodies, she'll joke around with you. Sure, why not? Oh my, I think I'm in much better shape than you are. I mean, being an engineer, I kind of hope so. Also, that yes and no, there's no actual reaction to it. She just keeps on talking. That's hilarious. Carrying on again. Sorry, what did you need again? We'll talk about machines. Oh yes, machines are wonderful. Cold, shiny metal, accurate movement without waste. That sound, the smell of the oil, makes me tingle. Ma'am? Oh, excuse me, when it comes to machines, I get a little carried away. What? There's a machine under your town that you haven't seen before? Oh, please let me examine it. Goodness, that would be so exciting. Alright. And now we should be able to go back to Township and talk to Ichichi. I need to remember. There's a lot of little steps in this goddamn game, man. It's a good thing that warp exists. That's all I'm saying. Okay. And then she's gonna be down in the well. This isn't a way to fly like a great bird. Isn't there a way to fly like the great bird from Windia? And boom! We have our next plot point. We gotta go to Windia. Yeah, but I have someone from Windia. Oh boy. Alright. I guess I'll put Nina in the lead for this situation. Alright. Place still sounds heckin' regal as hell. Well, this seems like a good time to save, call an episode though, before we dive headfirst into a new area. Well, relatively new. We've been to Windia, it's just we've not been to Windia Castle. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying playing it, and as always, I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.